Andy Murray dethroned in a deflating straight set loss.
Yeah, it was a very tough match. Grigor was a lot better for the most part. Just hitting my head a lot. It was, yeah, I mean, not making any balls. I just played quite a boring match from start to finish. So it was to match my personality, really.
Andy Murray might have said something close to that, but this is Josh Berry, who's become known around the tennis world as the top tennis impressionist.
Hello everybody, I am Rafa Nadal and I am here in Wimbledon. I'm very much excited to play here, and I'm very looking forward to playing very good tennis here, and I'm very happy, so thank you very much.
So what do you think? We sent you the video.
Djokovic doesn't have quite as recognizable a voice as Murray or Nadal, but you've got Novak down too?
Well, I think the most important thing with him is to sort of find this little part in your voice, but maybe it's more important to talk to his coach, talk to Boris Becker.
Well, you know, very much so. I think with Novak, the key has been for me to tell him to open his eyes when he's playing, because, you know, he always has to open his eyes. He does that before he serves, if you noticed.
Yes, you know, I always do this, always opening the eyes like this before a return.
Well, you know, very much so. I think I've helped him to lose in the quarters in a great deal of tournaments. So.
Richard Eaton, AFP. I'd like to ask Roger Federer if he likes hot dogs.
You know, I love hot dogs. I like to hit one every single match, you know. If you haven't hit a hot dog, then it's not a proper match. It's just default a match, you know. It's I love to showboat, love to get out there, give the crowd a bit of entertainment, and yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, for sure, I am really happy to be in the semi-final. It's going to be a difficult match against Novak, for sure. I have played very difficult matches against him, and yeah, I will have to use my backhand, and I am just really happy for Rafa. I am for letting me into the semi-final.
So, David Ferrer, it's good to see you here. So, what have you been working on in your game lately?
Well, I have tried very hard to hit the ball well, no? It's fantastic for me to play like this, and I am very happy for this, no?
I'm quite confused how you're going to do Juan Martín del Potro. Yeah. You're actually quite tall, but I think you need to grow a little bit. So Juan, you've just been out on centre court. What you've been practicing?
Yeah, I'll focus on my game, on my forehand. That is important, I think, for me. I played very well on the court and focus for Federer tonight.
The best thing is he's actually in there. One of his coaches just walked through, which is quite funny, opened the door as you were doing Juan. That was very good indeed.
What's been the most challenging one to master?
You know, John's always pretty tough, but once you sort of found that area, once you've got that in your voice, you know, right there, I mean, that's great. Let's just take a little time, Chris, to talk about Rafael Nadal. Let's just talk about him for a second. This guy, I mean, he's a beautiful man. Let's just say it how it is. I mean, he's a beautiful guy. If I looked like him, I mean, I'd come into the studio without a shirt. I mean, try and ask him out for a drink, and he always said,
well, that is a bit inappropriate. No, I don't want this. Is a little bit normally 10-year-old girls, no?
But, you know, I love him. I think he's great.
But you do Andy Roddick, now retired. Many people thought that if Roddick had stuck around just one more year with the way the draw opened up, he could have had a chance at success. Andy, do you regret retiring?
Well, yeah. And, you know, I feel as though, you know, Wimbledon was a great chance. Always, for sure. You know, it's a place where we're being real successful. And yeah, you know, it kind of sucks that I'm in Austin right now. But yeah, there we go.
You got to practice the smart aleck responses for Roddick. He likes to spar with the press. His press conferences are always a blast to watch.
How about Rafa?
Well, thank you very much for this. Absolutely fantastic for me to be with a great rival, Novak. Sometimes I am number one, sometimes you're number one. Difficult to tell, but I am very happy.
Roger, your fans love you so much. Why? How much do you love your fans back?
You know, I think the key is my hair. You know, it's really well conditioned every time, and that's probably the most important thing. And you know, that's why I think.
Roger Rashid, the coach of Dimitrov, we just said hello to him in the hallway. And again, you didn't do Roger to Roger because you thought he might flex on you. But,
yeah, beat me up.
But what would he say about the process to get his guy Dimitrov ready for the challenge of the semis?
Well, you know, I think for Grigor, the most important part is to stop him focusing on the ball girls. He's had a lot of too much focus on the ball girls, in my opinion. A bit more time needed in the kayak, but we'll just have to see on that one.
Thomas Berdych, been in the final here. He's kind of semi-finals, Australian Open, finals of Wimbledon. Doesn't win the big ones. How do you explain that?
Well, yeah, I think it's always a big challenge. The tennis that we have right now is very, very strong, and for sure we have a lot of fantastic players here. So it's definitely important to keep trying and wait for the opportunity to present itself.
Andy Murray, so great to see you back winning the Wimbledon title. So how does that feel for you?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one, Novak. It was it was a tough one to win, but felt pretty good. So yeah, that's great. I'm just focusing on trying to get more tanned. I'm so pale right now, as I said before. It's shocking. It's very, very poor.
I just want to keep on talking to you because this is brilliant. Who do you think's your best impression? You've done so well here. Is there anybody that we haven't done that's not here, like an old great or somebody that?
Maybe McEnroe for here.
Okay, all right then. Let's do a bit of John McEnroe. So, John, you come down here. Oh, do you wish? Are you itching that you could still be here and you could still play?
Well, I mean, for sure. I mean, tennis here is phenomenal. I'm so excited to be here at the Masters. I'm a left-hander. Ruff is a left-hander. Look at this guy. What a player. I mean, come on.
That was amazing. Thank you very much. You're absolutely fantastic.
Would you viewers know Robbie Koenig? Is he...
I do, the commentator, Robbie Koenig.
Yeah,
you can do the South African voice.
I love listening to Robbie because he's so excited every time a player hits a shot. It's absolutely outrageous. It's unbelievable from Federer. Just the maestros playing. Unbelievable.
Do you have a Brad Gilbert that's a...
You know, I think the key for Mr. Brad Gilbert, you got to get in all the nicknames for this guy, all right, buddy? Andy Muzzard, this guy is an unbelievable competitor. Comes out on the court, gives the woodshed beat down in the first 4 rounds, but Showtime Dimitrov just a little bit too good in the quarterfinals.
And to finish, Richard Gasquet, what do you have to say for us?
Well, I am for sure really, really happy to be here. Normally, don't play here in Dubai, but yeah, it's fantastic to be with you. And as always, I'm going to mention my backhand because I cannot finish a sentence without saying backhand, and always fantastic.
You know, without a beat. Sure. It's absolutely amazing.
But he also finishes and starts the words and the phrases that they like to use. So in his mind, he's able to do the hand motions as he does with Andy when he touches his nose, Roger when he touches his hair, and then he's able to start and finish and use the words that they use so often. It's absolutely brilliant.
Andy, yeah, it just was very boring. Played a boring match as ever. You know. And of course, Darren Cahill loves this one. When before every answer, Andy always comes out with the yeah, and that's
yeah. That's the key to a Murray. Is yeah, the start of everything, right?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there are lots of different types. There's the sort of when he's really not sure, and then there's the when it's more sort of like I am fairly certain, but I just I want to put this in.